Hello, everybody, and welcome to the homecoming games here today at the Athletic and Wellness Center. My name is Zach Phillips alongside Jack Middleton, and we've got two great matchups here today between the Centennial Colts and the Durham Lords. The first one here is the women's game, and it's going to be the 4-0 Lords, first in the East Division, taking on the Colts now at 1-3, coming off a big win last week on a road trip to Ottawa against La Cité, where they won 3-1. Some players to watch for today for the Durham Lords. Aislinn Peterson in Wednesday's matchup against George Brown. She had 11 points for the Lords. She's going to be a big player for them today. Meanwhile, Jack, for the Colts, who are we looking for today?
We're looking for a whole lot of people. I think the biggest one to talk about is CL Valoria. I know you don't see me on screen here. I got to do some stuff in our pregame intro, but CL Valoria is currently third in kills in the OCAA. Was ranked first last year in hitting percentage. A superstar for the Centennial Colts. Jackie Ronquillo is also somebody to talk about. Was first in kills last year in the OCAA. Off to a little bit of a slower start, but working with a new setter. You look to Ronquillo getting better each and every day.
It's going to be a great matchup here today. Homecoming, expecting a big crowd here today with festivities throughout. Make sure to keep it locked here all day long. We'll be back with some anthems and some player introductions in a couple moments. Welcome back to the AWC. Again, Zach Phillips here alongside Jack Middleton. Those are your starting lineups. I'll read them through for you again in case you could not hear. For the Durham Lords, Aislinn Peterson, Catherine Concool, Aaron Black, Jade Smith, Maxine Felsborg, Alicia Lush, Brooke Young, Chelsea Oak, Elizabeth McFarland, and Jessie Buck. We'll get to the Colts here in a second, but for serving here to get us going, that is Brooke Young. It's brought up by today's libero. And that one out of bounds going the Colts' way. So we're seeing a new libero today. That's Charlotte Duwapenair starting today at that position. Different color. A little bit of a new look for the Colts today. Coming off that big win against Las Cité Coyotes in Ottawa. Comes to serve. Kept up nicely. A little bit of a confusion there, and the point's going to go the way of Centennial. Nice serve coming through from Kristen Ruiz.
Yeah, solid serve there from Ruiz. We talked to Coach Mallory beforehand. Service, passing, everything like that has been a weak point for this team. And a good start there from Kristen Dawn to get the Colts out in front.
Here comes the serve. That one a little too low into the net. And just like you pointed out, Jack, ball control is a big thing for this Centennial team, as Coach Mallory pointed out to us. Big reason they won against the Coyotes.
An early commentator's curse, I guess.
Yes, we're going to be due for a couple of those today. That's a nice set smash, bringing it home there. That's Sophia Arujo hammering that one down for a Colts quick 2-point lead here, working on in this first set. Jackie Ronquillo back. Do the serving. Way high up in the air. Rips this one. Good job by the Lords keeping it up, but we'll have the whistle go for a net violation, I believe. And the Lords will get the ball.
On that replay, you don't really see the net move, to be honest with you.
Not a lot of shake to that net there, but right in front of the official, whistle goes, and that'll send Jessie Buck back to the line. This one's up, over, and also into the net. Another service error coming in. So Arujo now will try to get this one over. Centennial trying to build up a quick lead on the first place Lords here. Nice set smash, hammered down there. Beautiful job by the Lords. Great execution. That's Catherine Concool with the kill. Concool coming in this one, 22 points on the year. Kill percentage of 1. That one's handled by Rui. Little top over by CL Valoria.
CL just touched the net there on her tip. She touched the net. She was flying by, or it hit the flag stick,
just
actually.
A very brief touch on the flag stick. There was a thought of carry maybe in there too, but one of them results in the Lord's point. That's McFarland. Handled by Rui. Good set there, but blocked at the net. Handled by the Colts, though. Valoria again blocked at the net. Great job by the Lords defense. Take a look at this replay.
Sending 2 blockers the way of CL Valoria, probably something that you'll see often today. CL Valoria, like we mentioned in the pregame show, one of the best hitters in the OCAA. So you maybe see some triple blocks, some double blocks, everything coming the way of CL Valoria.
No, you said it, Jack. That one, Aislinn Peterson getting her hands on, but there was definitely plenty of Lords around as this one's cooked up for the Lords, but Valoria gets a block of her own. Little scramble around the net, still up. Here comes from the Lords. Just threw around by Peterson, out of bounds. Centennial wins that rally. That's well out of bounds, as you can see from our replay.
Yeah, good little messy rally there. Saw a couple keep-ups by Farana Rui. Just everybody getting involved there. Even a 2-touch dump there by Ruiz on a set.
Yeah, it's a great job there by Centennial. A nice big serve coming in for the ace. CL Valoria. her fifth ace of the season. Now 6-5 Colts, early lead on the Lords. That one's just in bounds. Take a look at the replay here. It's going to be a tough look at this end of the court, but looks like it just catches a back piece of that court. Another beautiful ace, back-to-back for Valoria. Handled this time by Durham. That's Peterson blocked at the net, kept up by Durham. That one's ripped over. Nice job by Ronquillo. And that one's hammered down, but they'll call a net violation, and Durham will stay in this one.
Yeah, that set just got a little bit too close to the net. Rui Malecki unable to keep her hand off the net, so the point goes to the Lords, but a good dig there. Who's the dig by? Jackie Ronquillo in the back? A good dig there by Ronquillo to keep that play alive.
Peterson serves it. She has 9 aces already on the year. Kept up by Peterson. Big hit there by Ronquillo. That one rides the net out of the reach of Rui.
Just an unfortunate bounce there for the Colts. Rui Malecki was placed perfectly on her defensive setup. That ball just rolling across the tape and out of the reach of Rui Malecki.
Chelsea Oak coming in for the kill, setting up Peterson's serve. Nice set there, but handled by Durham not very effectively, right into their bench. Big smash coming in there. That was Kristen Recchia. So that'll send Rui back to the line to serve. Put up, set, killed there by Peterson, right down to the floor. That's going to be something Centennial's going to watch for all day long. They're going to feed her the rock.
Yeah, the Lords like to lean on her a lot in their kills. Whenever it's a big point, it's going towards her way. So you gotta send a couple blockers her way, try and disrupt what the Lords are trying to do on offense.
That's Catherine Concool with the serve. This time, Recchia. She hits another kill here, getting going early. That one right in front of Peterson, no chance for her. Good placement. Close one here in the first set. Again, I mentioned the first place Durham Lords 4-0 have only dropped one set all season long. That one awkwardly handled at the net, but Jassy Buck manages to get it to fall. Take a look at the replay, just enough of the fingertips. Looked like it might have been out of bounds, but the official says that it was falling in. So Brooke Young serves again. Handled by Ronquillo. Arujo tries to get the little tip, doesn't work. Big block at the net, Arujo. Take a look at the replay here to see what actually went down. A couple hands on the net there, but they'll just go through the block. Job by the Colts. So Ruiz. Dug by the Lords. Big hit there, handled by the Colts. That's Valoria way out off the hands, off another hand, and out of play.
Displaying the power from CL Valoria. She got tons of it through the hands of 2 blockers off the hand of the back row. Just some crazy power there coming from CL Valoria.
Yeah, always leaving her hand with a lot of force. 42 points coming into today for the Colts. Definitely their offensive force alongside Ronquillo. Great job there by Duwapernay to keep it up, but they call a 2-touch.
That's what we were talking about when we were talking to Coach Mallory. Just some mistakes on passing that don't need to happen. You know it's going to happen, though. You got a rookie setter in Ruiz, so anything can happen, but hopefully she minimizes those.
That one there again coming in, another unforced error That time just carrying a little much on Ronquillo. She had a lot of force on that one, just couldn't get the top spin to tuck it in. But a good effort for Centennial, just no execution. Out of rotation on the Centennial side.
Coach Mallory's got nothing to say about it. He was yelling pre-serve to try and get them in the right position. Nobody on the Colts recognized the move, so out of position penalty for the Colts. Another big mistake, giving the Lords their first lead.
Yeah, Centennial's doing a great job hanging with the league's best, but these unforced errors are going to continue to help Durham stay in this one and fight ahead. Another one coming in there, this time just missing the line. Nice try there from Jackie Ronquillo.
Yeah, she's just miscuing a little bit on those hits. That one off the side of her hand a little bit.
Oh, tough break there. That serve coming off the hand of Chelsea Oak. Rolls the net down, and that's going to force Mallory into timeout. So 14-11 now for Durham over the Colts. A good start here. Back and forth we go. We'll take a quick breather up here, and we'll be back after a quick timeout. Welcome back to the AWC homecoming day here, and we're back underway. That one just dumped right back in Centennial's face, but a lot of net grabbed on that one, so Centennial will get the point and fight right back. It's 14-12. So on the floor for the Colts, Jackie Ronquillo, Charlotte Duwapener, Kristen Ruiz, CL Valoria, Sofia Arujo, and Ferrana Rui. That one going the way of Centennial.
A great serve there from Ronquillo. Again, the power coming from Jackie Ronquillo. An amazing serve, mishandled by the Lords.
Nothing they could do with that. Right back, no control. Ronquillo will go back to the line. That one soared up and powered right into the net. Just a little bit of a mistouch there. Ball will go back crossed.
I'm gonna stop talking. I think I'm gonna stop talking forever about serves. Substitution for the Lords coming in to serve is, if I could get a number 7 coming in. That's Maxine Felsborg.
Yeah, the announcer jinx is prevalent in volleyball is almost as much as any sport.
I don't know how many times I did it last year, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyways because they got to do it.
Stuffed at the net there on Rui. Take a look at the replay. So many Lords all there ready for that. Just perfectly executed on defense. Felsberg send it over again. That time it looked like it had enough, but just took a top dive right into the net.
We talked about it being homecoming day, and so far Colts Nation hasn't shown up. Maybe for the men's game, maybe later on in this game. I'm not sure, but the Durham side of this gym is packed. They came with a lot of people. Of course, they're only from Oshawa, so it's not a long trip, but the Durham side is packed. Starting to fill up the Centennial side, but homecoming so far, all Durham Lords.
That one sent into the net by Sofia Arujo. Lots of festivities here going on throughout the day. Big homecoming party at 7 p.m. here on campus as well to wrap off today's festivities. Men's game at 3:30. Stay tuned. But right now, we've got a good battle going on. Big block at the net. This time, Centennial can handle it. But a little bit of miscommunication, and another huge point goes to Durham.
Just miscommunication between Ron Kilo and Dwayne Panare. Probably Dwayne Panere's ball being the lib. Normally the backup setter is that lib position, but Jackie Ronquillo just unable to communicate there.
That one dug nicely by Ronquillo. Set, smashed to the floor. Good execution there by Centennial. That one almost set a little bit out of reach, but Valoria did a good job adjusting. So 18-15, we march on here in this first set. That serve just out of bounds, wide. Coming from leading scorer Valoria. Now, Lord's leading scorer gets the ball. Ruiz, Recchia, kept up at the net. Again, a little bit of miscommunication, but it keeps up, goes right over, smack down off the net, out of bounds. Centennial's point. Bit of a break there for the Colts.
Yeah, just more miscommunication in the middle of the court from the Colts. That was actually 3 people connecting to try and keep that ball up for the Colts. Fortunately able to do so and getting the point on the miscue from the Lords.
New starting lineup here today. Just a little bit of gelling that'll go on as this game goes on, no doubt. They'll get used to each other. Another big set smash coming over from the Lords, but that time out of bounds. Centennial hanging around here in this first set despite the mistakes we keep bringing up.
You were mentioning that new lineup change. I don't know if you mentioned it off the top because I wasn't on the microphone, but Charlotte Dewey Panare making her first start here in the OCAA. She's played a lot. Ava Hamilton has been starting at that libero position, but Coach Mallory making the change to Dewey Panare, so little communication errors here and there.
Big hit there from Ronquillo. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Peterson. That time off the net from Chelsea Oak. And that break goes the Lord's way. Watch it just ride the net just out of reach of a sprawling Ronquillo. Closing in on this first set victory now. Durham sends Catherine Concoul to the line. Here comes Ronquillo. That one's blocked at the net again. All set long. We've seen this Lord's team put a brick wall up, really, across his entire net.
I mean, the Colts with 2 of the best, I guess, hitters in the league, and CL Valoria at 3.3 kills per set. Jackie Ronquillo not far behind with 2. So the Durham Lords have done their studying and sent blockers both ways as that one flies out of bounds.
A combined 589 points between Valoria and Ronquillo last season for Centennial. A big chunk. And Durham did their homework knowing where to take away the threats. That one sent out of bounds. Durham closing in again. Now 3 points away from taking this first set. Brooke Young from Chestermere, Alberta, in her 4th year with the Lords. Try to close this out. Kept alive by Ruiz. And more miscommunication at the net on who's going to go up and get that one. 23-18. And we got a timeout coming in for Centennial as Durham is closing in. So we'll take a quick breather up here, and we come back. We'll see if the Colts can crawl their way back in this one.
I said Mike.
Welcome back to Scarborough here at the AWC for homecoming. Here comes Brooke Young's serve off the hands of Duwapenair. Take a look at the replay. Just unable to handle that awkwardly placed serve.
Yeah, just that front spin kind of handcuffed Duwapenair. So pushing this to set point for the Lords.
Young to serve. That looked really close from up here. Let's take a look at the replay. The Colts let it fall down, and the referee calls it out of bounds. So we got a nice call coming in there from the official.
It was scary. I thought it was going to be a miscommunication error again, but a confident Colts team let that ball go.
So Ruiz to keep this one extended. Dug by the libero. Good job at the net there. Arujo somehow kept alive by Jade Smith.
What a keep up there by Oak.
That one goes around the pole, I believe. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah, just on the wrong side of the stick. Centennial hanging around.
Staying alive.
See where Ruiz decides to go with this one. Awfully quiet when I said that, but right into the net, unfortunately, and that will be set point for Durham Lords. So a quick 1-0 lead here. Durham takes advantage of some mistakes. We'll see how Centennial responds when we come back. Welcome back into the Athletic and Wellness Center here in Scarborough. Zach Phillips alongside Jack Middleton here bringing you OCAA women's volleyball action. Durham Lords taking on the Centennial Colts. Lords up 1-0 over the Colts. 4-0 currently are the Durham Lords in first place in the East Division. Have only dropped one set all year long. Meanwhile, Centennial coming off their first win of the year. They're 1-3 last weekend. They beat the La Cité Coyotes on a big road trip down there. Tough first set here on the floor for the Colts, looking to bounce back here against a very strong Lords team.
You know, the Colts battled through that whole first set. They had the lead up until about the 12th point in that set. Just errors. The errors, communication mistakes, all that kind of stuff. Things that can't be happening in OCAA volleyball. Something that they've been working on throughout practice. I know that. But still got to keep going. His first serve comes in from Rui Malecki.
Handled awkwardly by Durham, but a big smash coming in. That's Chelsea Oak. Her second year with the Lords from Brooklyn, Ontario, hometown.
Second in kills for the Durham Lords is Chelsea Oak. Her and Elizabeth McFarland going back and forth each and every game. So somebody that's going to get the ball a lot.
Kept alive nicely by Ruiz, but they can't get it back across. Ava Hamilton's checking in at the libero position. We mentioned in the first set a little bit of a lineup change for the Colts. Back on the floor, though, Hamilton for the usual look.
Just a more of a veteran lineup for Coach Mallory. Who's Ava Hamilton in her second year here at Centennial.
Coach Mallory doing a nice job mixing in his very fresh group of recruits. As that one's hammered down by Durham.
That was Elizabeth McFarland. As I just mentioned, McFarland and Oak going back and forth. They got a 1-2 punch to the Lords, and they use them very well.
Centennial has 7 freshman players. Meanwhile, Durham just coming out with 4 this year. Great job there by Rankilo trying to get it up and over, but doesn't fall her way. Brooke Young back to serve. Handled by Rui. That's Rekia. Finds some pay dirt. Centennial's on the board.
Squidward up on the crown, getting fired up. I think the men's baseball team showed up in all their Halloween costumes. Squidward is getting fired up over here.
We need a lot of energy on this Colts side of the court here, and we're going to be relying on Squidward today. Rekia coming in off that big kill with the serve. That time it's freshly checked in for the Colts, Tia Chang. She rips that one a little long. Centennial now cuts the lead in half. Rekia's serve off the net, handled by Oak. For Chang into the net. So Centennial crawling right back into this one. Take a look at the replay. Just quite mistimed on the jump. Just couldn't get it over the net. Rekia on a little bit of a run here. Coming in with a fake jump there. That's Chang. Oak was the one actually hammering it, but Centennial was able to handle it. Send it back over. That's Rankilo with the kill.
Down 4-0 early. 4 straight points. Bring them back. Maybe some momentum for the Colts here.
Kristen Recchi on a little run. Coming into today, she had 7 service aces. Big block at the net. Just not enough of the palm. Falls on the Colts side of the court. Good effort coming in from Sofia Rujo. Her second year with the team. That one's handled by Rui, but unable for the second touch. No one home. Chelsea Oak will let it rip again. This time she sails it right over into the Colts bench. Nowhere close on that one. Centennial regains possession. Here's Ruiz. Handled by the libero, but not very effectively, as it just goes off the tip of her hand out of play. That's Jade Smith. Ruiz again. Catches that one weirdly off the hand. Comes all the way across the court and out of bounds. They'll send Tia Chang back for the Lords. Close one here. Ruiz, Valoria blocked at the net, but they're calling Centennial point as they'll have a quick conversation at the net to see just what happened.
Yeah, I saw CL Valoria on the side there saying it was tipped, and that ball did find its way out of bounds on the Colts side of the net. So if this is tipped, it's Colts point. And it was. So the Colts take that point and tie it right back up.
Good job there by Centennial and the officials getting together and working that one out. And Colts doing a great job to respond here in the second set, keeping this one close. Lords now want an explanation on their half. Captain will run it back over to head coach Tony Clark in his 19th year with the Durham Lords. Very impressive stuff.
It's something we mentioned off the top, the Hummingbird Blaze 15U team is here. And a crazy one, they're here to support the Centennial Colts, but Coach Clark's daughter is on that team. So she's decked out all in Durham Lords gear. As Coach Clark is now hitting probably one of the ball don't lie sayings over there. You see him waving the finger.
Yeah, exactly. No, good stuff there with some youth teams in today watching, taking in homecoming here at the AWC. That one's up by Rui, and Ava Hamilton can't get around her. Tough handle there off the strong serve.
Yeah, Ferrana's just got to, once she touches that ball, just kind of got to get out of the way. Duck and run.
Yeah,
got to get
clear way
what you're taught there.
Clear way for the others coming through. Serve coming through. That's Alicia Lush. Good job from Rui, I believe, to get that one over. McFarland handled by the Colts. Valoria, big jump. Excellently handled. That was Chelsea Oak. But Durham can't do anything with it. Good job by Oak, but Valoria's powerful strike results in a Colts point. Hamilton will check out for some offense. Arujo, though, puts that one into the net. New libero coming in for Durham. Checking out is Jade Smith. Checking in is Alicia Lush. Nice rally going back and forth with some tips back. But this time Brooke Young gets the best of it.
Confusion on the Colts side of the court there. They thought the initial tip by the Durham Lords wasn't allowed as the ball came back, but it was only their first touch. So the Lords able to do it, and the Colts just kind of got all out of sorts in the middle of it.
Aislinn Peterson sends it over. Valoria ends it up. Just a soft touch. Ends up having to block, but can't get a hand on Chelsea Oak, who's taking over this game. 12-8 we roll here in the second set. 4-0 Durham Lords. 1-3 Centennial Colts. Nice job there, Centennial poking it through for the point. Just the replay from before there. Serve from CL Valoria, handled by Peterson. Set over to Con Cool, handled by Centennial. Tipped over. Nice job there by Oak. And it ends up back across and on Centennial's floor. From a little tip over. That was Jade Smith back in the game. Just a little volley. Took advantage of the sleeping Colts defense. Here's Concool. Hamilton handles it. Rui over. There's Oak with a little tip. Nice job by Valoria to keep it up. Ruiz sets it for the smash. That's Rui to get it over. Lords will try to set something up. Elizabeth McFarland finishes that one. Nice little rally back and forth, but McFarland caps it off with a big kill.
Substitution for the Colts coming in. Katie Deering coming in. Coming out is Farana Rui. So Mallory seeing a 5-point lead, changing up the lineup and bringing Deering in. Rui's going to take a seat. I'm sure not for long, though. Rui will be back, one of the most veteran players on this team.
Deering checking in. She's from Claremont in her first year with the program. Here comes the serve from Concool. Handled, set, smashed. That's Rekia with another one today. Good job by Rekia getting the running start, coming around the world. That'll send newly checked in Deering. Looking for her first ace of the OCAA year, but throws that one into the net. Unfortunately, Lords piling on, up 5. Hamilton can't handle it, but a nice job there by Deering to keep it alive. Nothing doing, though, on a scrambled play, and the ball heads back over to Durham's side.
Or just starting to pull away, capitalizing on the Colts' mistakes. Not something you want to see on the Colts' side of the floor.
Much similar to the first set where Centennial hung around a lot. Very close as the set along, but that's a big one there. Ronquillo fires her team up with a big one straight down to the floor. Rekia back to serve. But yeah, same story, much same story as the first set. Very close back and forth, but a few mistakes really give the Lords the edge, as is the story. Big hit there. That was McFarland again, but Colts couldn't handle it. It was up high on the body. I believe on Rekia. Tried to get it up, but just in an awkward spot. Here's Oak. Hamilton. Ruiz, Arujo. I believe that got a fingertip, so it should be Colts ball. It is. So before it gets too far out of hand, Centennial picks up a point. (17-12) in a big crucial second set here. Here's the serve from Ruiz. Off the net, handled by Smith. Set for Chang. Good. Blocked at the net by Ronquillo. Good timing there. Good defense from Centennial. Quick conversation with the official. Find out potentially what's going on here. Tony Clark asked his player to go over and have a quick word. Must have been checking a rule on that play. Now the two head coaches, Mallory and Clark, are having a quick conversation. Friendly, of course. And now the officials sort it all out, and it'll stay the same Centennial point. Perhaps just some clarification looking for were the Lords. Actually, now one of the officials is over talking to sports information officer of Centennial. So a quick announcement here. I guess there was a complaint about the crowd. Reminder to everyone here to be respectful to everybody on the court and the officials. Big smash there. Take a look at the replay. Lords couldn't do anything with that heat. Great job by Centennial crawling their way back in. So Ruiz trying to crawl this Colts team back in this one. But the Lords handle the net serve. Centennial looked to get the kill up off the ground, but sent it way back into the crowd. No chance for the second touch. Lords steal the ball back. Here's Tia Chang. Deering. Ruiz. Ronquillo to the floor. Well, Jack, Centennial still hanging around here all through this second set, but it's going to take a big run to really grab a hold of this one.
Yeah, you got to lean on those veterans in Ronquillo and Valoria as Ronquillo's serve floats its way up. You just got to lean on those two to try and make this comeback and make it a game against the Lords.
Blocked. Oh, it kept up, but not in time. Perhaps kept off the bounce. We've seen it all day. That Durham team is lethal at the net. And just as you said, Jack, Valoria, Ronquillo, anytime they go up, there's at least two Lords going up with them.
Yeah, Coach Clark has done his work.
That one just barely tapped, ended up over the net.
Yeah, confusion, just a lift there by the setter Ruiz, and a timeout coming from Coach Andrew Mallory.
So coming off a lift into a timeout, it's 20-15 up Durham Lords. When we come back, Centennial's going to try and fight their way back in this set. Can't fall down 2-0 to this Lords team. They have dropped just one all season. Welcome back to the court here. Lords up 20-15. Serve coming in from Brooke. No, excuse me, that's Elizabeth McFarland. Centennial handles it, sets it, gets it across, steals the point.
And leaning on CL Valoria there for the powerful hit for the Colts. A substitution for the Colts, a Rojo coming out. And I believe that's Grace Dockstader coming into the game for the Colts.
So Dockstader into serve, looking for her first ace of the season. Handled by the Lords. Set. Kept alive by Centennial. Scrambled around the net, both teams. Here comes Aislinn. Good job by Jackie Ronquillo, but no one home for the second touch.
A great sequence there from the Durham Lords, able to keep every ball up. And just that keep up by Ronquillo, a good dig there by Ronquillo, but out of the reach of Ruiz.
Durham playing very well today when we have seen those scramble rallies, able to set themselves, find themselves on the court, and get something set up. Peterson handled by Deering, but it goes right back across the net. Dived in by Alicia Lush. Kept alive. That's Deering, blocked at the net, but she saves her own kill. Blocked again at the net by Catherine Concool. Another block for the Lords.
And another timeout coming from the Centennial Colts side of the court, trying to get this all-important second set under their wing.
Mallory knows just how important this one is. Got to win this set. Tony Clark's got to be really impressed with his team's blocking today, as that has been the big difference. So we'll take another quick break up here in the booth. When we come back, it's 22-16, Lords lead. Welcome back into the Colts timeout. Aislinn Peterson to serve on a little run here for the Lords. Set and smashed for Cool. Gets it right back. Just tipped over.
Rory Malecki back into the game for Katie Deering. Saw the Lords actually targeting her on every serve. Back into the game is Rui, so we'll see where they go to. Maybe to the libero normally is where it goes to, but Peterson on the serve.
Just 2 points away from this second set. Hamilton's got a long one. They'll just send it over free. Trying to catch him off guard, and they do. The little set volley across into the middle of the court. Nobody home. Free point Lords. Good execution, good eyes.
And another set point coming for the Lords.
So Peterson trying to finish it off. Puts it into the net. So Centennial will hang around for one more at least. Valoria to the line. It's definitely who you want with the ball if you're the Colts. Here it comes. Hammered up into the rafters. Somehow didn't touch them. It's got to go over. And it's sent over out of bounds. I think that might have ended up hitting the rafters.
It actually did touch the rafters, but nobody caught it. It was just a little bit of a change of direction from the ball. Didn't matter, though. The Colts got the point.
It was very, very brief if it did touch. Came down, sent over out of bounds. Low ceiling here at the AWC. We see come and play sometimes. Beautiful serve again from Valoria. Nothing they can do with it. Nice effort from McFarland.
Back across by Rekia. She has been very good, very effective on the kills for the Colts as the Durham Lords take their first timeout of the second set.
So, yeah, the Lords coming in, having to stop the bleeding a little bit on set point after Coach Mallory's timeout sent some life into the Colts. We'll take another quick break up here. And when we come back, we'll have some more information on some future games and what's going on in Colts Nation.
We're getting a look there at some of the crazy people in the crowd. I believe that's the men's baseball team pulling up in their Halloween costumes. A little bit late, but does not matter. Squidward's grooving out, trying to get the Colts a win. As we mentioned, this isn't the only game today here at the AWC. We've got the men's game coming up later, about 3:30 start. We also got our men's and women's basketball team in St. Lawrence to take on the Surge. The women's game starts at 3 and the men's at 5 o'clock as we get going here. And as I talk, the Durham Lords kill the second set. A 25-19 win for the Durham Lords.
Yeah, that one coming inevitably there, coming off the big serve from Valoria. It was a long climb down on set point, down 6, but Centennial unable to do anything again in this one. But they have another game here tomorrow, falling down quickly 0-2. Do you want to take me through who they're playing tomorrow? I believe it's the Canadore Panthers coming into town.
The Canadore Panthers coming into town. Those games, 1 o'clock for the women's game, the men's game following right after that, about 3 o'clock. A chance for the Colts to bounce back if this one does not go their way. The Canadore Panthers right in the middle, 1-2 on the season, so a good chance for the Colts to play somebody lower in the standings, maybe get a win out of it.
Very, very similar records in sets and exact same records in games, so we'll see if Centennial can pull off a big comeback here against the league's best Lords when we come back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back into the AWC. It's homecoming day in Scarborough for your Centennial Colts. Vibes are high here. Scoreboard not so much in favor of Centennial, but lots of time to change that. Coming into the third set, Colts looking for some momentum. On the floor, we have Arujo, Ronquillo, Ruiz. That's Recchia, Valoria, and Rui. So Centennial gonna battle back here.
Sticking with the same lineup. Maybe thought that Coach Mallory would switch it up, throw some of the rookies in down 2-0. Might come later in the set if they do go down in this set. Who knows? But sticking with the same lineup, they got to get some chemistry going for games later on in the schedule.
Coming off their win against La Cité last weekend, leading the way again was Valoria, 15 points. Right behind her, Ronquillo had 9. Rui had 7, and Recchia with 6. So we're seeing a lot of the same offensive force and offensive players in action here today.
Just a miscommunication error there between Valoria and Rui to start off this set.
Serving for the Lords, Erin Black, in her second year with the team from Didsbury, Ontario.
Didn't even know that was a place, Zach. I'm not going to lie to you.
First time hearing it too, man. I won't lie. Big play there. Almost coming in from CL Valoria. Excellent effort. After she had a massive smash, somehow handled by the Lords. Valeria all over the court, but great effort. Doesn't result in the point.
Erin Black actually listed as a setter. Is the setter here for the Durham Lords in this third set.
Here's Ronquillo. That one's hammered, but handled. That was Peterson with the dig. That's 2 absolute missiles we've seen dug out on back-to-back rallies here. No shortage of power from the arms of Valoria and Ronquillo. The last couple years we've seen balls through the floor, but Durham doing an excellent job not only blocking it here today, but digging them out. That was looked to be an excellent read. Official calls it in. And then he'll get overruled by the judge at the net. So it does end up going towards Durham. Did look out from up here, but our replay angle wouldn't been able to give you that good of a look. We're at the other end of the court. As a rally going back and forth fires up that Lords team. They're pumped. That's Jessie Buck right up there at the net. Jessie Buck in her third year with the Lords. A lot of veteran presence on this team. Good job there from Centennial. Excellently executed. Ronquillo finishes it off. Now she'll go back to serve. Still just 4-2. So Duwapanair back on the floor in the libero position. That one off the hands of the libero, Jade Smith. I wonder if she let it go. It might have been out. Ronquillo's fired up. You can see on the replay. Here's Ronquillo again.
Ronquillo now leads the Colts in service aces. That is 8 on the year. The power from Ronquillo, another good one.
Smith handles this one. Jessie Buck gets it over. Here comes Rui, handled at the net. Nice job, Arujo. It's got to go over. Who's going to do it? It's Rui. Here comes a big hit coming in from McFarland. Kept alive. Valeria. Goodness gracious. A huge hit from CL Valeria. Jade Smith looks okay. She took that one up pretty high. Big kill from CL Valeria. Nothing the Lords could do with that. This one's tied up at 4.
Thankfully, Smith is okay. That did hit her kind of in the chin. Thankfully, she's all right.
Yeah, she handled it very well. For a ball coming in that high and that hard, Colts get it. Break their way. actually doesn't go their way, excuse me. It will be the Lord's point. Doesn't fall. There's Jesse Buck to serve. It's got to go over. Good hit by Valerio. Who's deep on the court. Sent over free. Somehow kept alive on the dig. But Centennial ends up stealing it. Another huge dig from Durham, but they can't turn anything out of that one.
Yeah, the quick set to Arujo, something that the Colts weren't able to do last year, but bringing some size in height for the Colts. Arujo was very good at the middle of the net. And an ace from her.
Sophia Arujo rips an ace off the arms of Chelsea Oak, who has been the star for Durham here today alongside Peterson. McFarland chipping in a lot today as well. Here's Arujo. Oak handles this one. Set at the net. There's Peterson. Ripped wide though. Colts taking a bit of a lead here. Down 2-0. So Arujo going on a little bit of a run here. Crowd starting to fill in for the Colts. Oak sets it behind her to McFarland. Beautifully done. Sent down and through.
Just not a tight block there from Recchia and Rui. And it just kind of sneaks down the chest of Recchia for the point.
So that will give the ball to McFarland at the line. Valoria handles it. Recchia tips it across. A little bit of a scramble handled. Best time the Colts come through the block. Kept alive. That's Aislinn Peterson off balance. Take a look at the replay though. I think it might have sailed long. It does catch the inside part of the court. Great job by our crew to give us a look there. And Aislinn Peterson hammers that one home. Tie game. Rui, Recchia. Valoria has to give it free. Set for McFarland, who will just bump it over, but to nobody. Looked like a free ball for the Colts, but nobody was there to take it. Hamilton comes diving in to save the day, but just a second too late. McFarland on a bit of a run here for the Lords. Tipped by Valoria, back. Sent back by the Lords, and then Recchia puts it right into the net. McFarland in her first year from Cordis, Ontario, to serve again. Handled by Rui. Ruiz. Little offset for Valoria, but she handles it, but Oak digs another one. Ranquillo, Ruiz, Valoria again. Off the net. I believe it was on the Colts side, no block anyway. So timeout will have to be forced in after the Colts go on a little bit of a run, but Lords snatch the momentum and take it right back. It's 10-7. So the bench girls will take a jog to try to stay warm, and we'll take a quick break up here in the booth. When we come back, it's 10-7 for the Lords. Welcome back. Zach Phillips here alongside Jack Middleton. Durham Lords firm grip on this OCAA women's volleyball regular season action. Centennial trying to crawl their way back. Another block at the net.
Save there by sorry, that was wrong. Kilo.
Great job there by Centennial scrambling. We see them come out of the timeout by Coach Mallory. The big point. They've responded well out of a couple timeouts today. As Valoria now try to bring them back within one. Oak hammered that, Valoria hammered that right at Oak, but it was too high up for her to do anything with it. That awkward between bump and volley. Big ace coming in again from Valoria. That one smashed out by Catherine Concoul. Coming from the backcourt in. Just mislined it a little bit. So CL Valoria will get another try. 10-10. We roll on in this third set. That was a booming serve. Might have been long. Played by the Lords. Hammered right at DeWappenair. Checked back in for Hamilton. She can't handle it. And it falls down for Lords point. Aislinn Peterson, fourth-year senior, and the offensive force for this Lords team, starts it out, but a good job by Centennial off the serve for the set, and Rui coming in with the kill. It's another close set, 11-11. So Rui to serve. Handled by Oak. McFarland back to Oak. She'll send it free. Ruiz sets it for Recchia. That's off the hands of the net. Kept alive by Peterson. Back for McFarland. Valoria keeps it up. Awkwardly thrown over by Ruiz. And we'll have a two-touch or a carry there. Definitely the two-touch after we get another look at that one.
Yeah, that ball just spinning out of the hand there on the far side. Didn't catch a number on who that was, but just spinning out of the hand on a two-touch. The Colts take the lead back.
So 12-11 with number 12 to serve. Rui, handled by Oak. Sent over. Nice job by Rui to keep it alive. DeWappenair sends it free over. Mad scramble at the net. Valoria just got to send it. Nobody where she sends it to. Take a look at this little off-balance fadeaway smack. And Lords come in with a timeout, trying to settle it down after the Colts, out of Mallory's timeout, come back and take a hold of this one. So it's 13-11. Colts doing a good job fighting back and forth. We'll be right back. Welcome back into the third set here. The main floor at the AWC. That serve coming in from Rui into the net. Rui in her third year with the Colts. One of the big veterans alongside Valoria and Jackie Ronquillo. Will play big minutes all season long. It's So back-to-back service errors traded out of the Lord's timeout. Recchia will head back to the line. The serve. Big smash by Oak, but out of bounds. Just a bit offline. The 6-foot middle just not lining it up. Here's Recchia again. Oak, set. It's Jesse Buck this time. Scrambled at the net, ends back over on Centennial's side, but it's ripped long. So Lords will get the ball back. It's 15-13 Centennial.
Yeah, the Colts are working hard here in this third set, trying to keep this game alive.
Aaron Black sends it over. Here's Ronquillo through the hands. Nothing that the Lords could do with that one. We've seen a lot of blocks today, but not there. Jackie Ronquillo, a big part of this team. If she gets hot, look out. Here comes Ruiz's serve. Handled there. Sent over. DeWappenair does a nice job to dig it. Hands back. Lands back in the hands of Valoria, but she sends it just a little bit too long off the top part of her hand. Heads up over on the bench on the Durham side. That one was coming in with some kilometers behind it. Handled by Hamilton. Set there for Ronquillo. Another block at the net, and the Lords bench loves it. They've seen so many of those double team, triple team blocks today executed perfectly. And Tony Clark sitting over there smiling. Hamilton handles it for Ruiz. Here's Ronquillo. This time she tries to tip it up and over the block, and it works. Good job by Jackie Ronquillo to adjust to the fine blocking. And this time she puts it down and through.
Yeah, the Lords are starting to get some momentum. The bench is getting loud. The crowd's getting loud. The Colts got to stop it real quick.
Yeah, up 17-15 here. Our scoreboard will update for you momentarily. We're just getting that back on track, but it is 17-16 for the Colts, moving in this big third set down 2-0. Jesse Buck will serve. Handled by Ronquillo, but it was again no one home on the two-touch. It wasn't put up very high off a tough serve from Buck. And just like that, it's tie game, 17-17. Buck the serve again. Rui decided to let it go. It looked like it was a good decision. Coach Mallory was standing right there. He thought it was a little bit long too, but nonetheless, Lords will take the point. Here's Jesse Buck again. This time Rui plays it, but a tough one to get up. Nobody home to save it, and Durham starting to pull away now, 19-17. So Jesse Buck going on a run at the service line. 6'5" from Servin, Ontario. She's serving it pretty well right now. Just a quick conversation on the floor between the officials and the coaches. Colts captain as well, Valoria involved. Just trying to settle everything, or see what was going on there. No one needed to be settled down. And there's Hamilton keeping it up. Putting it there for Valoria, who just absolutely rips it through the block. Great job by CL. And that one falls down.
Substitution for the Colts. Arujo coming out as Grace Dockstader coming in.
So Dockstader, we saw check in last set in the exact same circumstance for a serve for Arujo. Here comes. Handled by Oak. Set by Black. Smashed by Peterson. Great job by the Lords on a pretty nice serve.
And that substitution turns right back around. So Dockstader coming in just for the serve. Arujo coming back in.
On the line, it'll be Elizabeth McFarland, 20-18. Our scoreboard now updated and working thanks to our great crew. And Centennial fighting, staying alive. What a big set win this would be.
It's something the Colts need, whether it's not winning this game, but just momentum coming into tomorrow's game against the Panthers. It's something they need to have as Rekia powers one through everybody.
Big momentum shift in the building. You could feel it there. A little bit of a misplay by the Lords. It would do a lot for the Colts' confidence to be able to take a set from this Lords team. We've mentioned a couple times on the broadcast. They haven't dropped, or excuse me, they're 4-0 and have only dropped one set all season long. As that's beautifully placed by CL Valoria. A little celebration to go along. This place is filling up as well. That forces a timeout from Durham and a big momentum shift in this building. You can feel it. So a quick breather in the booth again, but when we come back, this Colts team sent a jolt into this building. Let's see if they can cap off a big set win. (21-20) for your Centennial Colts here on homecoming day against the Durham Lords. Down 2-0 though. But a big point coming in again.
The service ace from Valoria showing the power one more time.
We've seen a few of those today from Valoria. Trying to work here. Another big run. The serve. Oak. Poorly handled by Oak. They give Centennial the point. Lords are asking for a net violation. They're going to talk it over at the net. We'll see what comes of it.
The net did move, but I'm pretty sure it was the ball off the hand of Rekia.
We'll get a look at the replay here. It was a very big serve.
Yeah, she did stop her arm in time off of that replay, so it was the ball that hit the net. But you got to check, especially down 3 here.
Absolutely. So a big serve, now dig again, but that time they're able to get a second touch. The Libero's going to have to send it over free. Valoria, Ruiz, Rekia can't get a good hand on it. Into the net, and that sends the Durham side of this building into a little bit of a frenzy. Back and forth we go here.
Lords fans trying to will their team into a 3-set victory here. They got some work to do, down 2.
Ball in the correct person's hands. Here's Aislinn Peterson. Handled. Ruiz over to Rui. It's over, but kept alive. That was Chelsea Oak coming back into this one with a big hill in a big spot. Splitting the Colts defense with a nice seeing eye strike. Aislinn Peterson down 1. And Valoria, that was Rui and Ronquillo both pull away. It falls down. Wasn't sure if they thought it was going to go long or if they weren't sure who was going to take it. But either way, it's 23-23, and it forces Mallory into a timeout. So a very, very close third set. We trade timeouts, we trade points. When we come back, we'll see if the Colts can trade a set. Back in action, 23-23. Lords on the verge of a 3-0 sweep. Colts trying to extend this one. Big hit again from Valoria. And they can't dig them out. Another one right up into the rafters.
The low ceiling does it again. I know the Durham gym is huge. They're probably used to that ball staying in play, but not here in Centennials. The Colts have set point finally.
Down to it. Here's Rui. What a big point this would be for your Colts on homecoming. Scrambled, kept alive. Here's Ruiz, over to Ranquillo. Kept alive, it's gonna go way out. They gotta send it over. It's free, here it comes. Ruiz, over to Ranquillo again, this time. Lords can't do anything and the Colts win the set. Excellent work from the Lords on the first smash from Ranquillo. Absolute mayhem over by the doors to the gym. They send it over.
We're getting questions coming from the Durham coach. Got to figure out what's going on.
Coach of the Lords is trying to send the captain Peterson over to the official to see if there's a potential net violation.
No, it was the celebration on Ranquillo. Ranquillo just kind of waved. Just as sassy as Ranquillo normally is on the court.
We've seen plenty of those all season long. It doesn't come in any sort of contempt, I don't believe.
She never means it in a bad way. She's just a very sassy human being.
Wears her heart on her sleeve. Emotion comes through all the time. So anyway, we will move on. A huge set victory for the Centennial Colts. It's just the second time all season that the Lords have dropped one. Comes in a big one after a little bit of misplay, miscommunications throughout the first two. A very clean third set leads them to the victory. So another one coming their way is needed if they want to push this to the fifth and final when we come back. Fourth set at the AWC. Hello, everybody. Welcome back into the gym here in Scarborough. Zach Phillips alongside Jack Middleton, bringing you the fourth set between the Centennial Colts and the Durham Lords. It's homecoming day at the AWC. As you can hear the crowd starting to get into it, trying to will this Colts team into a comeback. Drop the first two sets to the first place Lords, but won that crucial third one in a very close set indeed, 25-23.
Yeah, the Colts showing heart, passion, drive, any kind of describing words you want. They showed it there in that third set, taking that third set, prolonging this game.
You said it, Jack. A lot of great, as that one sent up into the rafters again. This time off a huge kill by the Lords. Ronquillo can't handle it, and it's up out of play. Aaron Black back to serve for the Lords on the floor. Break that down for you momentarily after this one as it's floated. Good job by Centennial to let it fall. Ava Hamilton right there with the communication. And we've seen it flip on a dime here, really. Centennial, the first half of this game, the communication wasn't quite there, but a lot has changed. And you need to be talking well if you're going to take the best team to 5 sets as they come out of rotation. A little bit of fluster maybe.
Yeah, the Durham Lords out of rotation. Something you haven't seen yet. I'm sure Coach Clark is not too happy about that one. Looks like they got back into rotation.
Recchia is back on the line for the Colts. That one's off her inside part of her hand, I believe. You can look at the replay. You can see it just sail on her. Definitely unintentional. That'll send Chelsea Oak. She floats one over. Hamilton puts it up. Missed set, but it's handled, sent free. Good job at the net by the Colts to block that. That was Ronquillo, I believe. Sent all the way across and dug out by Valoria off the big Peterson smash. And it ends in a little dump off for a Colts point. Take a look at this.
You're even getting some applause from Coach Clark on the Durham Lord side. That was a hell of a dig there from CL Valoria to keep that up.
An absolute cannon off the arm of Aislinn Peterson, and Valoria somehow put it exactly where it needed to be. Ruiz. Set smash. That was Jesse Buck sending it over, but handled. Rui. She tries to find some pay dirt. It's handled by the libero, but the second touch comes way out of bounds, nowhere close. Colts starting to crawl ahead a little bit. The life in this building is much different, not only because of the crowd size, but because of the play of the teams over the last 2 sets. And it's done a big thing for this Colts bench, you can tell.
An ace there, I believe, from Ruiz. The Colts getting some life. The crowd starting to bring it up for the Colts, as you mentioned.
Squidward taking place of Colt the Colt today. You saw him on the broadcast earlier.
Man, is he big. He's about 8 feet tall, I swear.
We'll show you him again before the day's over, no doubt. This is Halloween here on November 2nd. Big rally on the court. Centennial's doing a good job on the scramble. Just unable to get it across was Valoria. Both teams playing well under pressure there. You've seen a few.
I'm surprised from this camera view you're not seeing Squidward. That's how big he is.
He's got a massive head.
It's tough to not look at him. He's right in front of me, and man, is he big.
There's Jesse Buck on the serve. Somehow it goes over. Hamilton will put it up. Valoria's got to send it across. Good job there. A little bit of a mess set there. Perhaps a miscommunication. Colts will take the ball and the lead with it double.
Considering it's working so far, I'm going to go back to the Halloween costumes. Can't go away from the rest of the baseball team showing up. You got some pirates. I think maybe some Grease characters over there. Maybe a hippie. We got it all going on there. Colts team coming out in full force.
It's exactly everything you'd expect from a college Halloween get-together. We've got just about everything under the sun. My favorite Halloween, my favorite holiday.
It's amazing being able to dress up as whoever you want. I think I'm going as Fred Flintstone today to our little get-together, so maybe I'm going to head upstairs and do about 9 sets of bicep curls to try and look good in that little tunic I got to throw on.
Might need a couple more than 9 sets.
Oh,
Just
that's
playing with you. That's too
darn.
much.
That's hurtful.
That was a stray on the broadcast. As the Lords are fighting their way back. It's now 6-5. Big block again. Aaron Black and Catherine Concool at the net. The middle of this Lords team has to be atop the OCAA in blocking. It's been a clinic today. Good job by scramble there at the net. Somehow they get it across. Aislinn Peterson absolutely clocks that one again.
I'm going to shut it out. I know the women's soccer team watching. They're chirping me from saying 9 sets of bicep curls. Thanks for joining and watching, but hurtful.
I genuinely believe you can hammer out at least 12, so.
I'll think about it, but 9's probably the max. I'll get a little tired. I'm lazy.
Well, the Colts team is going to have to be doing some heavy lifting here if they want to crawl their way back in it. Down 2-0.
Very proud of you on that one.
Thank you. Fighting their way back in this 4th set. It's 7-7. Tipped off the net. Great job there, Sofia Arujo. We've seen her get checked out a couple times for serving in crucial spots, but when she has been at the line, she's been effective. And the caster curse coming in again on the service. Arujo just sends that one a little long. So Aislinn Peterson will hit the line. Ronquillo, Ruiz, Valeria, just a little bit long. They're going to say it went off a tip, though. I believe even the Lords team is going to be offering up that was a tip. Take a look at the replay. You could definitely see it change direction off Oak's hand. I even believe I saw Tony Clark coming in and offering some good sportsmanship there. Valoria hammers it into the libero. A scramble ends up on the Colts side. Another scramble, but the Lords play well under pressure. Ruiz catches them off guard, though. That was a great play by Christine Dawn Ruiz, who after picked up on the last few tips that Durham read appropriately, said, hey, why don't you take it off the second? And it finds the floor. So Valoria will serve again. Good job by Aislinn Peterson to keep that up. Nice rally going again between these two teams. Oak's going to have to send it over, kept alive. Here's Rui. Blocked at the net. Catherine Concool, she's fired up. Take a look at that beautiful block. And she'll head back to serve. Here's Concool. Rui, Ruiz, back to Rui. Handled there by Concool, but it goes off her hands awkwardly out of play, and Oak on the second touch.
The tide's kind of turned here, Zach.
They really have, Jack. It is a completely different feel in this gym since about midway through the 3rd set.
Yeah, the Lords are the ones starting to make passing errors, service errors, communication errors. Any error you're thinking of, they're doing it. The Colts are taking advantage.
It has been a complete flip of the script, but every time that caster curse
Man,
wants
I
to
got
show
to
its
stop
head.
talking.
I think we're both 0 for 2 today on it, but it's inevitable in volleyball with the amount of times it can come through.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I got to stop talking. What is this commentator curse? No talking anymore.
Here's Aaron Black. Handled somewhat cleanly. They'll salvage it. Jesse Buck at the net, blocked. Sent over off a scramble, out of bounds, Colts point. Recchia will head back to serve. Valoria just having a quick conversation with the official. Not sure what that could be about.
Yeah, the official, Ronquillo, still being her sassy self, celebrating. You're allowed to celebrate in volleyball, just not towards the other team, is what the rule is for. So Coach Mallory just checking in, CL Valoria, making sure that she's not doing anything wrong.
Everybody's getting cooler heads prevailed always, as just excitement bleeding through. Here's serve from Recchia. Oak puts it up. McFarland off the second touch, can't come off the net.
Recchia is just so deceiving in her service. She's looking one way, the ball is traveling the other way.
A couple times that she's really fooled this Lord's defense. Hamilton. Missed set there, just tipped over. They'll try again. There's Ronquillo coming up. Jesse Buck and Elizabeth McFarland stuffing that one. Another block. 12-12, back and forth we go. Ruiz, little missed set. Arujo handles it. McFarland does a nice job there on a miss set, a little behind her. Aislinn Peterson now can't get that one to fall. Colts will send it over, but too long.
That critical mistake. Maybe switching sides one more time. Ronquillo on the free ball. It's just got to hit the court. Flies it too far by the back corner.
Perhaps trying to do a little too much with the free. Long set, way out of reach. That first touch not put in a very favorable position, and that'll force Coach Mallory into a timeout. Just as we were talking about those tides, it seemed to get sucked right out of the bay. So 14-12 now, Lords to lead. We'll come right back here in the gym for this fourth set. (14-12), Durham Lords lead here in the fourth set, 2-1 set lead. Taking the first two handedly, and then Centennial coming back to steal that third one. Looked to shift the momentum a little bit. Took a lead here in the fourth set, but the Lords snatched it right back, and they're on a run. Take a look at that one. Aislinn Peterson from Hamilton, Ontario, running away here in the fourth set. Here's Valoria. That one is crushed. Oh, it came high on one of the blockers at the net. Ends up high into the rafters. Everyone seems to be okay. Goodness gracious. That was a missile off the hand of Valoria.
Yeah, we're hoping Jesse Buck is all right. Off the block, it just got through her hands, and I believe maybe off the forehead. She does have glasses on as well, so you want to make sure that those don't break.
Could result in a lot of different potential injuries, so we'll hope she's okay. She's getting checked up over there on the sideline. She'll check out for now. We'll keep an eye on it. Tia Chang will come in. Jessie Buck's been having a really effective game at the net for the for the Durham Lords. She'll hit the sideline for a little checkup, a quick break. Centennial working their way back, 15-13 off the kill from CL Valoria. Handled there by Lush. Lush sent it over a little too far, but trying to capitalize on it, sailed it. Tia Chang back to the line, trying to build on this lead. Hamilton, Ruiz, Arujo blocked at the net, but doesn't get onto the correct side of the court if you're a Lords fan. And Centennial steals that one.
Yeah, a good quick set into the middle to Arujo. The Colts trying to fight their way back, just down 2.
Big serve from Ronquillo into the net. Tough break there for the Colts. That'll give the ball to McFarland. He's been having a great game for Durham. Hamilton. Arujo, Ronquillo from the backcourt. Handled by Lush. She'll have to send it over. Ruiz sets it for Arujo. She slams it home. Finds some pay dirt in the middle of everybody. Sophia Arujo. Just out of the reach. Chelsea Oak there at the back. That'll check in Dockstader, as we've seen a couple times, for the serve. Came in clutch for the last serve. Let's see what happens here. Nice job. Right over the top of the net. Scramble play. They'll call the 2-touch, I believe, or the lift. Either one, it's Colts ball.
Probably could have been both.
I think you're right on that, Jack. 17-16 Lords. Colts hanging around, as they have all day, really. Another great serve. Just grazing the net. Toughly handled. Second touch isn't in a favorable spot, and they can't do anything with it. Colts keep possession. Tie game. Moving on in this fourth set. Colts need the victory. The floater this time almost hits the floor. Great job by Oak to keep that up. Ruiz will set it for Valoria. Big kill down to the ground. And it's been a seesaw of momentum in this fourth set. And it seems right now to be tipping the favorable direction of the Colts. So checking in for the serve is Dockstader, now for her third straight. Another good one. This time handled a bit better. The serve, the dig, the set, the smash. Perfectly executed by the Lords to save a little bit of a run.
Happens so often in volleyball. One team gets going on a run, the quick set to the middle ends that run very quickly. It happens so often in volleyball. You saw it right there from the Lords.
Good job by Durham defense, stopping the bleeding. CL Valoria just doesn't get a hand on it. That looked like it had danger written all over it. Thought it was going to be absolutely killed to the ground, but just took her eye off the last second perhaps. Missed the strike. Peterson again with it. Ronquillo puts it up. Saved by Rui. Over free by Ruiz. Peterson. Black. Oak. Point. Off the midsection of Ronquillo. Tough one for her to dig out. A big strike. Lords closing in on the victory. Peterson to serve again. Nicely job by Ronquillo, targeted twice now, back to back. Somehow kept alive. Colts will try to set something up. Rui Malaki at the net, it's blocked but kept up. Aaron Black tried to catch the Colts defense with a little bit of a tip on the set. Doesn't get it off.
A great run there by Aislinn Peterson, as well as that amazing diving dig on the back line for the Lords. But Colts get the point, they're down 1.
Huge fourth set. Moving along. Valoria, big one. And it can't be handled. CL Valoria has had a couple of those huge serves tonight that they just can't put up in a favorable position.
Now 5 service aces from CL Valoria on the day. Something the Colts needed to try and beat a powerhouse team like the Durham Lords.
Here comes the big serve. I don't know about that one. It might have just come a little long. We'll see if we can get a look at the replay there. Just a touch late.
We got a good look from where we're sitting. We are right at that back line.
We are sitting perfectly in line with it. And
mixed emotions. Zach, you might have thought that was in. I thought it was out.
I think we both had a different opinion for sure. That was one of those ones that could have went either way, but nonetheless, it's 21-21. Back and forth we go. Rui to serve. Big spot. Handled by Peterson awkwardly. Over the net. Recchia takes advantage. Take a look at the replay. Recchia goes up and just smacks it down. Timeout called. Lords.
Colts getting some pressure going, some momentum going. Colts looking to push it to a 5th set.
Yes, Colts lead late here in this 4th one. Can they squeak out 2 back-to-back after dropping the first couple? We'll find out here in a couple seconds. Back in action, 22-21, 3 points away from completing a 5th set comeback. Called on the lift or the carry. I believe it was Chang or Black at the net.
A substitution in for the Lords is number 12. That's Brooke Young. Exiting the game is number 5, Aaron Black. So switching setters are the Durham Lords.
23-21. Here's Rui. Oak. That's hammered long. Colts can smell it, 1 point away. And that'll force another timeout out of the Lords. On the verge of dropping more sets in this game than they have all season. Just 1 coming into today, now on the verge of 2. There's Squidward loving it. We've mentioned him all day. He's been taking in the fun here during homecoming at the AWC. As you see some other costumes there as well. We don't care, it's November 2nd. Halloween's all week long here at Centennial. Just like a young birthday party, it goes all week long. The celebrations here. So out of the timeout by Durham, Colts on set point, trying to force that deciding 5th set after dropping the first 2. Squidward, thanks for getting the crowd going. So Rui is on the line on a little bit of a run here. 24-21. What a turnaround this Centennial team has put together from the first 2 sets. The set, the smash. Handled by Rui, but it's right back across. Another opportunity from the Lords. Here's Oak, blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Big play there. Durham's fighting their way back within 2. So set point remains for your Colts. Crowd really in it on both sides. Loudest it's been here all day for homecoming. Here's the serve. Hamilton. Ruiz tries to catch him off surprise, doesn't work. They'll have to send it back across, handled by Hamilton, but it goes right down for the dump. It's Oak again, 24-23. That'll force Coach Mallory into a timeout. So a back and forth set is exactly what we deserved here. A good day of volleyball. We'll be right back, see what happens here as we close it out. Welcome back, everybody. Set point for Centennial. Lords hanging on. It's just 24-23. Here it comes from Ranquillo. Blocked at the net. The Lords stay alive. It's 24-24 in what was 24-21.
Crazy solo block there.
Centennial looked on the verge of pushing this into a 5th set, but now it's 24-24, and we're going to see some extra volleyball in the 4th. Here's Ranquillo for the same spot again. Gets through, but they call a net violation on the Lords. Colts hit set point one more time. Recchia to serve. We've seen her be deceptive from back there. Wonder who she's going to target. Centennial waiting to serve. Lords checking on a little bit with the officials. Tony Clark likes the explanation. He's okay with it. Kristen Recchia for the set to push us to 5. Handled by Oak. Set at the net. Behind her again for Oak. Blocked at the net and kept alive. Here comes from Ranquillo. Through down! Jackie Ranquillo puts it through. Puts it down. Centennial pushes this one to the 5th set. Are you kidding me?
This has to be the most surprising thing going on so far in the OCAA.
In a 4-0 Durham Lords team comes in, goes up 2-0 in sets in what looked to be an easy victory here today. Centennial flips a switch in that 3rd set, takes some momentum, takes the lead, goes on a run, and next thing we know, we're heading to a decisive 5th set. And we'll be right back here bringing you some exciting homecoming volleyball action in Scarborough. Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. Zach Phillips alongside Jack Middleton. What a story here today. Durham Lords coming in 4-0, first place in the East. Take the first 2 sets. Centennial hung around for some of those, but it did look all Durham heading in to the 3rd set. The switch, it all flipped in here. Centennial cleaned it up on the floor, took the next 2 sets, and here we are.
I believe that was a yellow card handed out to Ronquillo on celebration, just a warner. The yellow card doesn't do anything in volleyball, it's just a warning, but that does get handed out, so hopefully she rings in that those celebrations. If you're new to volleyball and don't know what's going on, we're in the 5th set, meaning this game only goes to 15 points. We got a quick and easy 5th set coming your way.
That one gets us started here. Scramble at the net, ends up on the bad side of the Colts. On the floor for Centennial here in this decisive set. Valoria, Ronquillo, Arujo, Rui, Hamilton, and Ruiz. That's Hamilton for Ruiz. Hammered by Ronquillo. On the replay look here, just an absolute smash. You can see the spin on the ball and just how forceful it comes off her arm. Here's Ruiz now, the Scarborough native. Her first year with the program. Get a lot of playing time so far. Scramble again at the net. Chelsea Oak is taking over this one.
Those tips are just hurting the Colts so far. Blockers aren't able to get to the ball. Just the defense is a little slow to get to their positioning.
Valoria with a big one. That's handled by Oak. Here's Peterson into the net. Break goes Centennial's way. Crazy turn of events at the end of that 4th set. Centennial looked on the verge of closing it out. 24-21. Timeout called by the Lords. Next thing you know, it's 24-24. But Centennial salvaged it, took it, and here we stand. Excellent job by Durham fighting back on the brink, though.
Great save there by Dwayne Panair.
That was an excellent sequence by Centennial. You said it, Jack. Dwayne Panair with a beautiful play, but it just ends up going back. Not able for a point. Almost had a second save. Hamilton comes back on the floor. It's Tia Chang to serve. Hamilton handles it. Too far, though, over the net. It ends up not touching the floor. The mad scramble goes back across, out of bounds. 4-2 Durham. Tia Chang to serve again. Ronquillo, Ruiz, Rui. That one sent over for Peterson, but tough one for her to handle. It just goes into the net. Maxine Felsberg now into the game. The libero at number 7 for the Lords. Conversation again with the officials. We'll see what this one's about. I believe this one was initiated. Quick question from the Lords. That's Brooke Young over there waiting for an answer. She'll relay it back to Coach Tony Clark. Not sure what about, but still 4-3 Lords lead. Arujo to serve. Handled by Peterson. Set there for Concool, but she can't get it across, and Centennial ties this one up at 4.
Again, the Colts just hanging into it. It happens all the time in sports. The lower seeded team hangs around, gets some confidence, gets some pressure, anything you want to say. The Colts have it all right now.
Sofia Arujo puts that one into the net, sending it and maybe a little bit of the momentum back to Durham. Felsborg checks out for Lush. We've seen that revolving door of liberos. Lush, Smith, and Felsborg from Durham all afternoon. Valoria, that one's into the net. She's had a great day serving, but just not then on that one. That one just a little too low. Quite a few aces today. So you can see what's left of the men's team up there in the glass warming up for their matchup next, right here on Colts net. About half an hour after this one wraps up. Be a good game between those two teams again. Net violation called on the Durham Lords. And we back and forth we go again. Farana Rui to serve. Mishandled that one out of bounds. Lords saw it all the way, let it go. 7-6 now. Valoria with a big one, handled by Peterson. Dove and kept up. Good job there by McFarland, but Centennial sends it right back to the other side of the court. Good look on the replay from McFarland diving out.
Smart play there by Ron Kilo. Lord's just hustling, trying to get to that ball.
Everybody on one side, send it back over to the other right away. Great vision. Good job by Oak to keep that alive. See if Centennial can capitalize. Oh my goodness, Sofia Arujo slams that one down. That gives the Colts an 8-7 lead here in the fifth.
We're just going to switch sides on the court.
So 15 points coming in. The race to 15 continues. Centennial, first lead here, I believe, in this fifth set. Since the early stages, anyway. Lords feeling the pressure, having led this 2-0, coming in as the 1 seed. Trying to move to 5-0. Centennial looking for their second win in a row after starting 0-3. A lot of new faces getting used to OCAA action. I expect this Centennial team to continue getting better each set. As that one's ripped by Rekia. Off the hands and out of bounds for the ACE Ace. And that forces a timeout from Durham. 9-7 here in the fifth set. We'll be right back at the AWC. Welcome back. Loud crowd here for homecoming at the AWC. These two teams met twice last season. Durham swept Colts 3-0, and then Centennial turned around in the new year and swept them right back. Returned the favor, 1-1 they've ended up last year. Here we are, their first matchup of the 24-25 season. It's been a wild one. That one's kept alive at the net. Back and forth they go, somehow still alive. That's Tia Chang, she gets it over. Here's Ronquillo trying to finish it off, can't. Kept up, big rally going on here. It's gonna be a free ball for the Colts. They'll set one up. Arujo down through to the ground for the point. It's 10-7 Centennial. A huge point there. Centennial closing in on what thought to be never a real possibility here just an hour and a half ago. Tough one there from Rekia, sends it right into the net, nowhere close. Kristen Rekia has had a great day with Centennial in her first year with the program. Another one of those freshmen getting a lot of playing time. Good serve, handled by Hamilton. Ronquillo down, pay dirt. Huge one there from Jackie Ronquillo, restores the 3-point lead. Kristen Dawn Ruiz now, another one of those freshmen. Stepping up big here. It's gonna go free to Wapaner, Ruiz, Valoria, but just out of bounds, but they're gonna call it on the net or on the tip. It does go off the tip. Good look from our replay. This place is loud, forcing a timeout in from Durham. Down 4, goodness. We'll be right back here. It's 12-8. Here we go, 12-8. That's Squidward getting the crowd fired up. As we mentioned, Halloween carrying on into the weekend at the AWC. Here's Ruiz. Handled by Peterson over. Tipped at the net, kept alive by the Colts. There's Ronquillo, blocked at the net. And it's gonna say Colts point. Take a look at the replay. Oh yeah. It was all net there from the blockers. 13-8 Colts now, 2 points away. Mallory lets her know where to put it. Here's Ruiz. It's over. Here comes the kill. It doesn't, it's not. The tip is handled at the net. I thought Oak was coming in for a massive smash. Opts for the tip over. Ronquillo picks it up a lot faster than I did. Handles it, stuffs it right back at her. We are 1 point away. Ruiz. Hammered at the net, kept up by Rui. Valoria sends it, Ronquillo. The whistle comes though on a net or a 4-touch. Mallory's asking where. Centennial's home side of the crowd can't believe it. They thought they just won. Called on the 4-touch, 14-9, they'll have to try again. This one's up, handled by Hamilton. Ruiz, Ronquillo, off the tip at the net. What have we got? It didn't go tip. I thought it was all off the hand there. Take a look at the replay. No, it just sailed around that hand. Out of play. Here's serving 14, kept barely alive. Are the Lords going to do it on back-to-back sets? Facing set point. staying alive, forcing Centennial into a timeout.
Oh, what a game here, Zach.
It's been,
oh, man.
It's been a wild, wild day. What started out as a blowout that looked to be turned into an absolute seesaw fest here, and I'm all here for it.
It's not even the only game we got going today. We got the men's volleyball game coming up right after this, about 30 minutes post end of this game. Our women's basketball team has begun their game in St. Lawrence. They're taking on the Surge. They're just down by 2 late in the first quarter. Also, our men's basketball team plays later tonight at about 5 p.m., so stick around and watch that. In between these two games, check on over on our women's basketball team as the crowd is getting fired up here for the final point.
Everybody on their feet at the AWC. Here we go. Ruiz sets it for Valoria off the block, kept alive. They call Valoria on a net violation, and she goes down in a heap. She looks to be okay, up quickly. Tells the trainer she's all right. Coach Mallory looking for an explanation on the call right there.
Just got to keep the trainer off the floor. If the trainer comes on, CL's got to come out. Not somebody you want coming out.
Definitely not. Good pick up there by Coach Mallory. Excellent job keeping Valoria on the floor. Here's Oak. Hamilton, Ruiz, Valoria, off the hands, out of play. Oh my goodness, the Colts have come all the way back. Centennial takes down first place Durham on 3 straight sets after coming back down 2-0 on the back of Jackie Ronquillo and CL Valoria.
Oh my God, Zach, what a game. What a performance by the Centennial Colts. Pretty much down and out, down 2 sets to none, battling all the way back to beat the OCAA leading Durham Lords and taking their undefeated record with them.
A tale of 2 games, really. The first 2 sets versus the last 3. And goodness, Coach Mallory is going to be pleased with the effort that his group gave him for the second half. They pick up their 2nd win in a row. They'll try to keep it going tomorrow as Canadore Panthers are in town. They're now 2-3 now, I believe.
Okay.
The Centennial Colts. They were 1-3 coming into today, so they go to 2-3. Durham Lords 4-1. Men's team up next. Man, it got loud in here. It got full in here. And just as the crowd packed in, the Lords and the Colts picked up the action, and it was a great game. Truly was. Anything else for this one, Jack?
I got nothing really. It was an exciting game. A very good performance by the Centennial Colts. Should be a momentum builder for the Colts going into a big game against the Canadore Panthers tomorrow. Trying to start a winning streak.
Yeah, we'll have that one for you right here on Coltsnet tomorrow. Keep it locked. When we come back, it's going to be the men's team trying to steal a big victory today against the Durham Lords. We'll see how that goes in a few moments.